What's up guys, DAVECHER here, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the trick candlestick flip, and here's an example of the trick. Alright, so there was an example of the trick. So before you do this trick, I suggest that you know how to do just a normal candlestick. Be comfortable with this grip. So obviously the candlestick grip is holding the spike with your thumb, and then I put like 3 of my fingers, my pointer finger, my middle finger, my ring finger on the spike there. That's what I prefer, holding the spike like that. So be comfortable with this, holding the spike, getting it to base cup. It's not too hard, it's a pretty beginner trick, so be comfortable with just a normal candlestick, and then you can try the candlestick flip after that. Alright, so let's get into this. First thing you're going to want to do is pull up to the candlestick. But what you're going to want to make sure you do is pull up to the candlestick in a way that the hole is going to be the easiest, or the tom is going to be in position that's the easiest to get to spike. So I prefer getting to spike from candlestick. I like going to an airplane. So I like throwing the Ken, catching the tama and spiking it. Some people like going to a normal spike, like that. I find that way honestly harder because, I don't know, it's just really awkward grabbing the Ken out of the air for me. So I prefer this way, where you catch the tama and you spike it in airplane. So what I do when I pull up to candlestick is I make sure that the tama, the hole is facing directly into the base cup. So that means that the string hole should be facing straight up. And that's just for getting into airplane. If you want to do it where you get into spike after, you want to make sure that the hole is facing straight up. So if you want to end with an airplane, make sure the hole is facing down. If you want to end with a normal spike, make sure the hole is facing up. So swing spike, or not swing spike, swing it up into either position, whichever one you want. And now comes the actual candlestick flip. So before you do that, you can actually just practice with holding the tama in your other hand and just practicing the flip like this. Now, obviously it's going to be harder than a normal Ken flip because you have a smaller area to grab. You're just grabbing the spike. So one tip that will definitely help when you're doing this is make sure to keep your hand kind of closed like this when the flip is happening. So don't keep it open like this, because when you try and grab it, you might accidentally grab the edge of the cup or something like that. So keep your hand closed like this so that when you grab it, you just grab the spike. Now you still have to have some hand-eye coordination with this, and it still takes some practice. But as you can see, when I flip it, I don't open my hand fully. I just keep it a little bit closed so I don't accidentally grab the cup, because when you do this, you don't want to grab any other part, you just want to grab the spike. So practice this, just the candlestick flip. This will definitely help if you're consistent at that. And then we can add that into the trick. So pull up, like I said, pull the tama to whichever position you want. And from here, what I do is I don't give the tama any rotation. So I bend my knees, pop the tama up, but I don't try to give it no rotation at all. So you can even practice that, throwing the tama up. Obviously it's going to rotate a little bit, but practice throwing it straight up like this. And it should land back in pretty much the same position. So just practice this. And then add the candlestick flip in between. So you're going to throw the tama, and the candlestick flip is going to be late. It's kind of like a whirlwind. You throw the tama, then you do the Ken flip. Same idea here. You throw the tama, and then a little bit after, a little bit late, you do the candlestick flip. When you're learning this, you're going to want to kind of do it lofty and really slow. So like a slow candlestick flip. I couldn't even catch the spike there, but you're going to want to use lots of knees. Do a slow flip so that you have lots of time to grab it, spot up the tama, and land it on base cup again. So like I said, super lofty, bend your knees, and do kind of a slow flip. That will definitely help to grab the spike better. As you can see, I did no rotation, so it's in the same spot, so I can go to airplane. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just make sure that you're comfortable with this candlestick flip. Make sure when you pop the thumb up that it does no rotation. That's just the way that I like to do it, to set up for the spike in the easiest way possible. And then when you do the flip, make sure to use lots of knees and do a lofty flip, and also make sure to do it after you pop the thumb up, then do the flip of the candles or the Ken. So that's pretty much it for this trick. Don't know if I explained it that well, but it's not too hard. Just remember those things I talked about. Be really comfortable with the flip, because when you add it into the actual trick, the flip is going to be a lot harder. So just remember those points I talked about, and you guys should be able to get it. Yeah, hopefully you guys liked it. Tell me down below if it helped, and make sure to leave your suggestions for the next tutorial down below. And yeah, if you guys liked it, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.